Dear students, today we'll discuss third application of Biot-Savart's law. So that is magnetic field at a point along the axis of solenoid. So let us see what is the solenoid. Solenoid is a coil of wire wound on a cylinder that has a length that is large compared with its radius. A solenoid is a long, thin loop of wire often wrapped around a metallic core which produces a magnetic field when current is passes through it. So that is called as solenoid. So this is nothing but helix shape of the cylinder. It is nothing but helix shape of the this is nothing but the helix shape. Here this is called as helix shape. So we may wound this wire, thickness of the wire on a cylinder. Otherwise, if the thickness of that wire is larger, then we can wound like this. This is called a solenoid. So what is the use of the solenoid here? Here, if the current is passes through this coil, then the magnetic field is going to be generated inside that solenoid. So that is we are going to find here. It means the magnetic due to a solenoid we are going to find. See here, this diagram I have shown here. In this diagram, these are the magnetic field lines. So I have taken here, these magnetic field lines are passing through this coil, circular coil. So from S pole to the N pole, it is act like a magnetic pole, that is produces the magnetic field around the that coil. So sorry, inside the that coil, and the current is passing in this direction, and then the coming out from this direction. The current is passing, moving from this direction and coming out from this direction. So this is the solenoid. We are going to discuss the solenoid, how it is going to be produce the magnetic field inside the that solenoid due to an axis of the coil. Dear students, I am going to take one solenoid here. This is the solenoid, and I am going to cut this solenoid as a half part. It means this is the one cylinder is there. Cylinder is there. If you cut this cylinder here at this portion, so in that time what you will get a half of the portion. So that half of the portion is, see here I am going to cut from this part. I am going to cut here. If you cut this part, then what you will get? You will get a every number of the turns are look like this type, and so that is shown here. And then these are the every point of the that turns. So this point and this point, every point is shown the half of that coil. Now here will indicate the direction of the magnetic field. See here, this is the direction of the current. Here. Now the current is moving in this direction. If we use the right hand thumb rule, then see here, this is the thumb I have taken. Take a one, otherwise take your pen and then keep the pen in your hand tightly, and then the forefinger is there. That forefinger is attached to the that nib of the pen, and then that is gives the direction of, see here, this is the direction of that current, and then the direction of the magnetic field is there, that magnetic field is inside the conductor, that is inside the not conductor, inside the screen. So therefore if it is inside the screen, see here it is here moving into the screen, so that is indicated like this cross of circle. And then next what will happen, see here finally what happen, it is coming out from the current in this downward direction. So this is the into the coil, this the current direction is into the coil, and this is out of the coil, this is gives the out of the coil, current is moving out from the that coil. So that is gives the dot of circle. So this is the direction of the that magnetic field and then current. So now the direction of this magnetic field is this one, so here, and then the magnetic direction is also in this direction, magnetic, when the current is moving out from the coil, so that is the direction of the current here. So it means this is gives a magnetic field lines inside the that conductor, otherwise inside the that solenoid. So now what is the main important point, the outside of the that solenoid the magnetic field is 0, it is there but it is the negligible magnetic field. So here and here the magnetic field is 0, the outside the solenoid, the inside the solenoid the magnetic field is a maximum, at this point is a maximum, at the center or axis of the coil that is a maximum. So we are going to find that magnetic field. Now here we are going to find that magnetic field or magnetic field point on the axis of a solenoid. See here, and then one confusion is there here. If you are going to get a confusion, then you will not get a solution. So what is that? This is the direction of the current and this is the direction of the magnetic field. So if you took same experiment here and then the direction is downward, then the current is out of the phase, but the direction is there, that direction is this one only you will get. So this direction of the magnetic field and this direction of the magnetic field, both are the similar, so that is gives the same direction, both the outward and inward current is gives the same direction of the magnetic field. So at this point what the magnetic field is going to be produces, we are going to derive. Let us now take half cut of that solenoid. So I am drawing here half cut of that solenoid. So therefore here this is the lower part and this is the upper part. So every lower part and upper part are having the number of the turns, n number of the turns. So it has 1000, 2000, 5000. So it has many number of the terms. So instead of that one I am going to take for the sake of this expression, deriving the expression. So here the current direction I am giving, this is inward direction and then this is outward direction. So what it gives, if you see in the coil here, see here, if you see in the coil here, through the coil it is moving and then end of the coil is here, so that coil of the wire is gives the outward direction of the current. So this coil is gives the inward direction of the inward direction of the current. So therefore inward direction we are indicating like this and outward direction we are indicating like this, the magnetic field. So now we will take here and will indicate like this the into the page of the magnetic field direction is like this and out of the page. And what you will get here, you will get the magnetic field lines. This is the central magnetic field line. So that is gives the center of the magnetic field line. So now what you are going to calculate, we are going to calculate the magnetic field inside the solenoid along the axis of the solenoid. It is very interesting. So and then another one thing, if you are going to cut or see that coil as in vertical direction, then what you will get, you will get a circle. It means if you see in that coil in this direction, in this here, then what you will get, you will get on a circle. So therefore it means all the magnetic field lines are passing out from that circle. So which is as shown here, this one. See here, all the magnetic field lines are coming out from this circle. So I have taken one of the circle here. This is a one circle. From this circle, number of the magnetic field lines are going to be coming out from that one. So that direction I have shown here, the direction of that magnetic field lines from S to the N here, that is gives the B, the magnetic field direction. So both the inward and then outward direction of the magnetic field is gives this direction. So therefore now here this coil is consisting the n number of terms are wounded on a cylinder per unit length. Number of the terms are going to be wounded, and then from the center of that solenoid, the radius we are going to take. Why it is? Because it is acts like a circle. So therefore from the center of the circle we are going to take the radius r. So and now the overall direction from this one and this one, the overall direction of the magnetic field is, this is the direction. Now we will calculate that magnetic field inside the solenoid along the axis of the solenoid. And here to solve this one, we come to know already we have derived the expression for magnetic field for a circular loop. Magnetic field for circular loop. What is the magnetic field for circular loop? So that is, see here, this is the circle and then this is the center of the axis of that coil, and at this point we are going to find the magnetic field. P point we are going to find the magnetic field, and this distance we have taken, that is a x. For example, I am taking this is a x distance or a distance we have taken somewhere, and now here, so the expression for this circular loop, that is gives the B equals to mu naught I r square divided by 2 r square plus x square whole raised to 3 by 2. We have derived the expression. This is the expression for the circular loop. By using this one, we are going to find that magnetic field inside the solenoid along the axis of the coil. So therefore now again I am drawing the half part of that solenoid, and see here, this is the x is there. X is the distance from the point of magnetic field to the that center of the that coil. So therefore here instead of this x we are considering the small element here, or a elementary ring. It is called as a elementary ring. That elementary ring is nothing but dx, small elementary ring. It means this is a complete ring. Instead of that ring I am considering only the small elementary ring. For this elementary ring, what the magnetic field is going to be produces at this point we are going to find, and after that we'll apply for this complete ring and then we'll find the magnetic field. So now here for elementary ring dx, so for this dx, see here, if you are passing the current, it means it is also passing the this dx, this current is also passing through this dx, and then after passing this one it is moving like this and it is out coming from the that solenoid. So here elementary ring in current is this elementary ring. I am taking the current is I dash. So I will write here for elementary ring dx, current is I dash. So because I is there already, so that's why I am taking for that dx I dash. And here the magnetic field, so the magnetic field at this point, the direction of the magnetic field is this one. This is the direction of the magnetic field. So now here we'll find the magnetic field at this point, from this point to this point. So it makes an angle theta here. So this is the distance of x, this is the distance of x, and then this distance is r, the radius of the that coil, and that is gives the r. Now magnetic field due to elementary ring, first we'll find for this elementary ring. So that is gives the small element. Small element is there, it means the small magnetic field is going to be produces. So that dB equals to, for this point dB equals to mu naught, current is there, that for the elementary ring current is there, that is I dash, mu naught I dash r square. So it is like as a circular ring, so r square divided by 2 into bracket r square plus x square whole bracket 3 by 2 raised to whole bracket 3 by 2. So this is the equation for elementary ring. So this is for very small amount of the ring. And then now here x is there, so we cannot find directly. Now one length is there, 1 meter length, otherwise anything you can take one length. For one length how many turns are there? For unit length, that is n number of the turns are there. Here n number of the turns are there. So this is the 1 unit, for 1 unit number of the terms are there. And then for dx, for this dx, here also see here number of the terms are there. In that number of the terms I am choosing only this portion. In this portion so many numbers of the terms is also cutted. So for this one I am going to take, that is the dx. For dx length, what is the number of the terms are there? Here also n dx number of the, I don't know how many number of the terms are there, but n dx terms are present. So in this n dx terms, what is the current is going to be flows current in one turn. Current in one turn is I. So what is the current in this dx, in this n dx? Current in n dx is that is ni dx. Are you getting? I think ni dx, it means here we can write I dash is equals to the ni dx. So this much of the current is flowing through that elementary ring. So therefore now in that equation 1, we can write mu naught I into n into dx into r square divided by 2 r square plus x square into 3 by raised to 3 by 2. So we'll write this one is the equation 2. So this is the magnetic field for that elementary ring. So for this elementary ring, so now what is the total magnetic field for unit length? So that is, now again I have drawn the diagram. See what we are going to find now here. Total magnetic field in a solenoid. So how you are going to find? See here. Now what I am going to find, this is the point. At this point, what is the magnetic field from this point to this point? It means this end to this end, inward and outward current. So therefore I will take here, this is the starting point. So this is the starting point from the theta 1, and this is the outward end point from the point of P to this end. So this is the theta 2. From theta 1 to the theta 2, what the magnetic field is going to be generated and what the current is going to be inward into that coil, and how much current is going to be outward from that coil we are going to use, and then we will find the total magnetic field. So now we will use this dB only. So dB equals to the mu naught I n into dx into r square divided by 2 into r square plus x square whole raised to 3 by 2. So for this one, what we will do? See here, we have taken a small elementary ring here. So for this one we have find, and then next what we'll do, we'll take this one and we'll take this one. So we'll take another one, we'll take another one. So completely what we are going to do, we are taking every elementary rings. For every elementary ring, what is the magnetic field is going to be produces, and then we are adding by using those elementary ring magnetic field with the integration. So now here the integration, the limits are there, those limits from the theta 1 to the theta 2. So here theta 1 to the theta 2, over the limit of theta 1 to theta 2, and see here the direction of those limits is a theta 1 is a positive and also theta 2 is a positive, because both are in same direction. So therefore now, but see in this term there is no any value of theta. So we'll make that parameters to get the parameter of theta. So therefore for that one, what we'll use the trigonometric function. So this is the theta now. This is the theta. So for that theta, and then we will get a distance from this point to this point is a x, and then a radius of that coil is r. So using these two sides we can find the values. So now here we can write tan theta equals to so that is tan theta opposite divided by adjacent. So opposite is r divided by adjacent is x. So this we can write x equals to r divided by r divided by tan of theta. So 1 by tan of theta is a cot, so therefore the x equals to r cot of theta. We can write, so see here in the term x is there, we can write the x in terms of theta. And then next, differentiate this term, dx equals to the r integration of cot theta is minus of cosec square theta. Differentiation of cot theta is minus cosec square theta. Differentiation with respect to theta, it means we'll get here, and this we can write dx equals to the minus of r cosec square theta into d theta. So dx is there in the equation. Here we can write this term in the form of d theta. So therefore now next term is becomes, so integration of db is becomes b integration over the limit of theta 2 to the theta 1, sorry here theta 2 to the theta 1, and mu naught n into dx value. What is the dx value here? We'll write first r square here, ni r square, and what is the dx? Dx is minus of r cosec square theta whole divided by 2 into bracket r square plus, what is the x value here? X is r square cot square theta raised to 3 by 2 we can write. So y square, because that is x square is there, that's why we'll write r square cot square theta. And b is equals to integration over the limit of theta 2 to the theta 1 mu naught ni r square. So r cube will write here, and then minus also will get minus here, cosec square theta divided by, will take r from the that term r square will take outside. So r square, if you take out r square, it means here square 3 by 2 is there, 2, and then this 2 is get cancelled, and then what remains? R cube is remains, and then 1 plus cot square theta raised to 3 by 2. So this r cube and this r cube is get cancelled, and then 1 plus cot square theta is nothing but cosec square theta. So here we'll write ni cosec square theta divided by 2 into bracket cosec square raised to 3 by 2, and here 2 get cancelled, 3 remains, cube is remains. So here square is there and here cube is there, 2 cosec is cancelled, and then 1 cosec is remains, cosec theta is remains. So therefore the equation becomes b equals to the integration over the limit of theta 2 to the theta 1 minus of, minus take outside, minus, and here mu naught ni divided by 2 cosec theta, and now next equation minus of theta 2 to the theta 1 integration of theta 2 theta 1, and then here 1 by cosec is nothing but the sine of theta, sine theta. So everywhere d theta we should write d theta into d theta. Why? Because it is dx is nothing but the cosec cot theta into d theta. So therefore here also we'll write d theta, and b equals to the minus of integration. So we'll remove these constant terms, mu naught Ni divided by 2 is a constant integration over the limit of theta 2 to the theta 1, that is sine of theta into d theta. So sine of theta into d theta is integration is minus of cos theta, so minus minus get cancelled there, so mu naught Ni divided by 2, and here we will get cos of theta close bracket theta 2 to the theta 1. So therefore now the final expression becomes b equals to the mu naught I n divided by 2 cos of theta 1 minus to the cos of theta 2. This is the expression, final expression of magnetic field of a point at a point of a solenoid axis through the dead center. This is the expression of magnetic field inside the solenoid along the axis of the solenoid. So I will give the assignment question. This is only the assignment question. Derive, so first define solenoid, and second question is derive an expression of magnetic field inside the solenoid along the axis of the coil or solenoid, you may write. Thank you.